And the level of excitement at the opening ceremony of this biennial event is just as highly charged as any international competition gets. The International Youth Skill Olympics, or IYSO for short, is held every 2 years on a revolving basis in one of 26 participating countries. And although we'll be looking at the welding competition, the IYSO is comprised of approximately 35 separate competitions, ranging from baking to bricklaying, aircraft maintenance to hairstyling. The American Welding Society, along with interested business and industry leaders, has been a big supporter of the Vocational and Industrial Clubs of America and the electric welding competition for many years. These supporters have assisted in the promotion of local, state, and national contests, all of which are designed to select one individual to represent the United States in the international competition. Here's Don Hatton, chairman of the International Youth Skill Olympics.
And what our industry sees as a benefit is very similar to a sporting event. If you look at pro football, pro basketball, every young adult, child, student wants to be a pro football player sometime in their life. So they all watch pro football. They watch pro basketball. And anything that happens on that level happens down in the school level. We have the same thing with education. Anything that happens up here at this level, students below look to this to say, what do I have to do to be the gold medal competitor myself? So as a result, we are able to influence the curriculum of thousands of students nationwide by obviously by concentrating our efforts on what appears to be only one.
This is the Louisville, Kentucky Fair and Exposition Center, the site of several VICA United States Skill Olympics. Each participant at this level of competition is already a winner of local and state competition, who must now put his or her skill on the line against the best in the United States. It's the morning of the competition, and as the young competitors arrive in shifts, Jim Pepperton of the VICA Welding Technical Committee greets them with instructions for the contestants prior to starting. At this point, the contestants are unaware of what the project is that they'll be required to fabricate. And if that weren't enough, the actual welding is preceded by a thorough written examination. Following the exam, the welders receive their blueprints and prepare to give it their best. The project itself is designed by a VICA committee and is intended to require skill and knowledge of several welding and cutting processes to complete satisfactorily. As the competition continues, a crew of judges headed by Welding Committee Chairman Gene Hornberger continuously monitors the contestants for adherence to safety and welding procedures. And now it's over, and the final judging begins. Both visual and physical tests are performed on the projects, and the results fed into a computer while the contestants wait, hope, and discuss the events of the day with instructors and fellow contestants. There are gold, silver, and bronze medals awarded at both secondary and post-secondary levels, as well as prizes awarded by various manufacturers. And these medal winners can take pride in the fact that they're among the best welders in America. In 1991, VICA, in conjunction with the American Welding Society, decided to mount an all-out effort to capture the International IYSO gold medal. The decision was made to invite 12 nationally qualified VICA winners to compete for a spot among 6 finalists, from whom a single international competitor would be chosen. The site for the weld-off was to be the American Welding Society's 1991 International Exposition in Detroit. For several months previous to the weld show, the 12 contestants submitted weld samples and progress sheets for evaluation. Technical welding expert Ed Bonart discussed the competition at Detroit with VICA Executive Officer Harold Lewis.
I think it was excellent. Everyone I talked to was extremely excited about it. We had, I think, 37,000 people come through the show. I think all of them went by the booth and saw the competitors working. I think there was a lot of excitement, not only just in the Detroit area, but all across the United States, in fact, the world, as there was about 15 countries represented at the welding show this year, too.
So for the contestants, it was another grueling competition, but this time lasting 3 full days, just like the international competition, and against the best the USA had to offer. The winner, Robert Pope of St. Petersburg, Florida. Robert's expertise earned him a $2,000 scholarship and a trip to Amsterdam for both him and his instructor, Jerry Gallion of Pinellas Technical Education Center in Florida. But this time the task at hand was to beat the best welders in the world. The hard work had just begun for Robert. For 2 months previous to his departure, he underwent a rigorous training program, sometimes welding for as long as 14 hours a day. Meanwhile, technical experts from various countries arrive in Amsterdam in advance of the competition to negotiate matters such as which project from which country should be used in the contest. The prints with instructions must then be translated into 15 different languages. In a whirlwind of activity, the contestants arrive in Holland. For most, their first trip outside the United States. During orientation and the opening ceremony, the true scope of this international competition begins to become apparent. During the actual welding competition, contestants must submit samples of several different welding processes. But the main exercise is to construct this pressure vessel out of mild steel using the SMA and GMA processes so that the vessel will withstand 1,000 pounds per square inch of hydrostatic pressure. Intense concentration is required. To finish in the top 3, no mistakes are allowed. Time is a factor, so tools are carefully positioned to be at hand when needed. And then it's over, and the judging begins. Many of these submitted pressure vessels rate high marks on appearance, but then hopes are dashed when they leak as pressure is applied. The entry by Robert Pope of the United States is one of those that looks good at first appearance, but best of all, when pressure is applied, it holds. Robert Pope now knows that he has a chance to be an international medal winner. But which one? Bronze? Silver? Or maybe even gold? No one will know until the award ceremony.
We are in category 10 now, electric welding. 2 silver medals and 1 gold here. May I have on stage from Korea, Kim Young-bo. From the Republic of China, Chun Tun-ya. And from the United States of America, Robert Pope.
They called my name, I ran up to the stage and stood nervously next to the Taiwanese and the Korean contestant, and I still didn't know what medal I was going to receive, hoping that I would get the gold.
As I said, 2 silver medals and 1 gold. The first silver medal has been given for 533 points to Chun Tun-ya from the Republic of China.
They called out the Taiwanese contestant. So then I was like, great, I might get the gold medal.
The silver medal has been given 1 point more, 534, and belongs now to Kim Young-bo from Korea.
And then they called out the Korean, and I raised my hands and shouted, yeah.
Listen carefully, you already know that the United States of America won gold, but I had just mentioned 534 points. The golden medal goes to Robert Pope with 583 points.
I ran over to the podium and jumped up on the #1 block and raised my hands again, yelling. And Team USA was just going crazy. That really kept me going up there.
Robert Pope, United States, International Youth Skill Olympics gold medal winner. Millions of American men and women earn their living through welding. They may be welders or technicians, inspectors or engineers. They might be maintaining the space shuttle or building farm equipment. The fact is that getting started in welding is a career move that leads to at least 140 interrelated occupations. It's a career that cannot be outgrown. An entrant into the welding field may approach a career through many different avenues. As a high school student looking for a secure and rewarding alternative to a college degree, or as an engineer aspiring to a specialty with unlimited growth. Welding is very exacting, requiring skills that can range from machine operation to computer programming, supervision, and design. New technologies also mean new career opportunities, and scientists continue to search for new methods of joining advanced materials. Get your school or business involved in AWS and VICA now. For more information, contact the Vocational Industrial Clubs of America or the American Welding Society.